Good morning, students. Today's poem is Lotus Eaters by Lord Tennyson, the Victorian poet. But before taking the text, let's know about its poet, the Tennyson. His lifespan covers the whole Victorian era, and all its characteristics can be noticed in his poetry. Its initial complacency and doubt and uncertainty of the later age. This why he is called the representative poet or the voice of his age. He depicts his era in all its complexity and comprehensiveness, but mostly all his subjects come from classical and medieval legends, and he made them relevant to the contemporary situations also. Some of his major works are Tennyson is a great representative poet, but he is still greater as an artist. He was a most careful writer, revising what he had written again and again. In his word painting, Tennyson follows the examples of Keats. We can enjoy ornate descriptions of natural scenes in this particular poem also. Coming to the poem, it was published in 1832 and is based on the classical epic of Odyssey by Greek poet Homer. Odyssey is the tale of adventures of Odysseus in a Trojan war. In the ninth book of Odyssey, the description comes how Ulysses and his followers landed in a place apparently on the African coast, where the inhabitants gave them the fruit of the lotus to eat, and those who tasted it forgot their homes and only wished to remain where they were. For his story, for this poem, he was inspired from other poets also. So it's a story narrated with magical and lyrical touch of Tennyson, making it all the more interesting and poetical. It's divided into two parts. First part of the poem is giving an account of the scenery and atmosphere of the lotus land, which is a perfect setting for the poem to come. Here goes the dramatic beginning of the poem. Ulysses inspiring his tired soldiers to have courage, as very soon they will reach the shore. And from third line, the description of the enchanted land begins. In the next session, we will discuss the text of the poem. Thank you.